Good Tuesday, everybody, and welcome once again to another edition of Pins on Campus, where we're going to talk college bowling and anything else that we want to talk about. Jonathan, how you doing, man?
Doing great.
Long weekend for both of us.
Yeah. It was fun, so it didn't make it seem as long, but when you're on the road for 3 days, you're kind of worn down. So I've been trying to rejuvenate back up the last couple days, but fun weekend for both of us, though.
We will chat about that here in a minute. We have a great show lined up. We're going to have Petrin on at the top of the hour, get his take on some of the things that we're involved with, but a big week next week for him as he launches his PBA Tour debut in Richardson, Texas, correct?
Euless, I think, is where they're.
It's not Richardson?
Pulling the players. No.
What? I thought it was Richardson.
No.
So who told me Richardson?
I don't know who you're talking to.
What am I doing?
Bolero Euless is where it's going to be.
Okay, never mind. I was wrong.
The TV show will be at the ITRC, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe he makes it. We'll find out, won't we? That's right.
Yeah, we're going to have a watch party. Our team, we're having a watch party over at the Man Cave, and we will enjoy the first television broadcast on the CW. And it was announced, you kind of had an idea on this already, that the lead color guy is going to be Kyle Sherman. Are you surprised by that?
We aren't, because we got to see that unfold before it was announced. But
forget about that. Are you just surprised that it's Kyle Sherman?
No. Not really. He's well spoken. He's going to be a popular option. People are going to really, I think, like his takes from the booth. Surprised though that it's somebody that's still as competitive as he is.
Yeah.
Because you got to balance, the TV show and bowling week to week, because there's preparation that goes into TV shows. But I think it's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm telling you, man, the first phone call he should make is to Nelson Burton Jr. Because as a player who competed and the iconic role that he played with Chris Schinkel in doing the broadcasts on ABC, nobody has done it better. And with all due respect to Randy, not even close to what Chris Schinkel and Nelson Burton Jr. did. And if somebody disagrees with me on that, I would like to hear it. But I cannot imagine the comparison leaning toward Randy and Dave Ryan or whoever he worked with during the broadcast time. And they were all over the place too. That was the other thing, man. They were on NBC, they were on Fox, they were on CBS Sports, they were on the Nashville Network. No, I'm just kidding. You probably don't even remember that. That was a big thing, man. TNN, the Nashville Network.
Hey, there we go. No, I think it's going to be good to have something fresh too. How many years has it been Randy and Rob or Randy and Dave? And so now you shake it up a little bit. It's fresh, new network, new season. I think it's going to just provide a little spark in the broadcasting department of the PBA.
Yeah, but does it really move the needle? Are more people going to tune in because Kyle Sherman is doing the color?
I don't think the booth count has anything to do with how many viewers they're going to receive. I think it's just based on its availability and how well produced the shows are. I could tell you that we had the CW people, in Arlington this week doing preparation. And so I'm sure they are going to put on a good show, but they're obviously going to learn along the way and I think continue to get better. But we'll see. I think the CW is more widely available to people than like FS1 is. I'm not speaking for Big Fox or something like that. Obviously, that's widely available as well. But those shows that have previously been on FS1 or FS2, they're going to be definitely more widely available on the CW as it's an over-the-air channel. So
I still haven't seen
a wider audience available.
I still haven't seen a promo.
I haven't either. No.
Saw NASCAR promos all the time.
Got some old school Daytona 500s on back here, getting ready for this weekend, Mark.
I see that.
I don't know if you follow it that close, but they hired a new company to kind of take over a bunch of their marketing initiatives over the offseason. And so a lot of these new promos you're seeing that are kind of new, kind of edgy, kind of different, it's because they hired a company to take that over for them.
NASCAR, right?
Yep.
They got all kinds of legal battles. Is that done, over with, or
that's done? Okay. Yeah, the team settled. They weren't gonna argue with MJ.
Probably a good decision.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah,
probably a good decision. Anyway, whatever product that Kyle Sherman puts out there, I think it will be high quality. Obviously, the work that he has done with the whole Brad and Kyle thing, he's very comfortable in front of the camera. I can see him really fitting in, but at the same time, you want to bring in new viewers and you want to get the average league bowler to watch the telecast. So one of the gifts that Nelson Burton Jr. had was he was able to get technical, but also keep it very real to the player that is just like the once a week league bowler, or even somebody that may not really understand what PBA bowling's all about. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think of guys like that have done the one-off booth appearances like Norm Duke, well-spoken. They don't speak over the audience, but they don't make it super like bowling for dummies either. They provide good information that people can understand. But you're right, Mark. Your typical league bowler who bowls maybe house shot league 630 every week has to have the ability to understand what the booth is talking about. So it's an important skill set to have. And I'm sure that went into somewhat of the process of choosing who it was going to be, somebody that has that ability. And I think with Kyle having that experience of doing YouTube videos with Brad, for a wide variety of audiences, right? They have videos that are specific to tournament bowlers, videos for league bowlers or beginners. I think he's got a good taste of how to do that. So that probably went into a little bit of that selection process.
Hey, by the way, did you get the results from our conference championship yet?
No.
Because I'm looking at the rankings, and it says through February 8th, and I don't see anything. Did I miss it? Can you pull that up?
I don't. Let me see.
I'm like, did it get?
Let me see if the tournament results are in there. I know. I just haven't seen the emailed results yet. But they could have been turned in. Give me 1 second.
No.
The results are not published yet. Nope, they're not on there.
Okay. All right. I didn't miss it. Yeah. But they did.
There's no tournaments in there since February 4th.
Okay, so they did update. Well, that was last week. They haven't done them for this week yet.
No.
Mount Mercy still number 1. Newman number 3. Newman.
What's interesting, Mark, is the Newman Wichita being 3-4. If we want to get ahead of ourselves a little bit and talk about sectional assignments, that would prevent both of them from coming to Dallas if they stay in the top 4. So that's an interesting development.
I know. I'm looking at the top 16 from a geographical standpoint. They would still end up there, man.
They can't place multiple top 4 teams, though, in the same sectional.
So somebody would have to go. In the top 4,
they go. Yep, they'd have to go somewhere else.
Huh.
So,
and
early development.
Well, both of those schools are in the Hoosier, which is the big tournament this weekend coming up.
The last hurrah for the regular season for collegiate bowling.
Tier 1 also, correct?
That's right. Yep. 80 teams, I think it is, on the men's side. I think the ladies' side has been full the last couple of years. Maybe they're down 1 or 2 teams. I can't remember, but there's still a wait list to get in on both sides. I know that.
Yeah, we'll never get in. We're like 30th on the list. We are way down there. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this weekend. But before we do that, I've got a picture I want to show you.
Okay.
Hang on. Let's see if I can pull it up. Oh, okay. Hang on. Share screen. Entire screen. Share. Okay. What is that a picture of?
That's the ball racks in use right there, son.
And do you see the fans and the student athletes having to walk over hundreds, if not thousands, of bowling balls?
Nope. No, you do not.
So hang on. I have another picture. Let's see. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, come on. Oh. Here. How about that one?
That's nice.
Do you see any bowling balls in the settee area where the players
I do not. Nope.
Imagine that. But wait. That's not all. Stand by. Let's see if I think I have one more. No, that's not the one I wanted. Hang on. Oh, here's another view. Hang on. What do you see on this one?
Lots of room. Walkways.
Not stumbling, fumbling, rumbling, or doing anything else around bowling bags.
Nope.
All right. This is my public service announcement that collegiate tournaments, there is a solution. There is an investment needed to arrange sponsorship, whatever you got to do. These racks are the way to go. Now, how can you disagree with that, Jonathan?
After this weekend, I'm behind you on that one. It was nice to not have to lunge, do the splits, flip over backwards to try to get over all the bowling bags. I mean, not only in the settee area, but also in the back. If we were running to turn in a score sheet or something like that, and we have to kind of get through, super easy. There were walkways for spectators to easily move along with their teams as we were moving pairs between games. So made it quite simple and easy. Nobody fell, none of that good stuff. So it was refreshing, to say the least.
Now, we had, 20 teams there? Men's and women's? Both combined. Mm-hmm. I think that's what the number was.
Around there, yeah.
Very small center. We had to get creative. The championships took place at Holiday Lanes, our home center. So the willingness, the availability, the sponsorship by what Home Depot did for us, hopefully we will host the championship again next year. If we have more teams, we will have plenty of room. There was not a bowling bag to be stumbled over anywhere in that building both days.
If it was that way everywhere, I would be very pleased.
Okay, now
that's the best way of putting that.
All right, I get it. Sometimes there's paddocks. Sometimes you have areas that are marked off with tape and all that, but you're still fumbling, stumbling over them.
Yeah. Yeah, and usually if there is a paddock, it's not conveniently located. It could be way across the center, which, yeah, in most cases you have plenty of time. But there's a comment down there I was looking at.
Mitchell said incorrect. Said no more than 2 of the top 8 in the same section.
So it's more than I thought. No more 2 in the top 8, so not the top 5. So that still applies to the Newman Wichita situation. Well, I guess geographically, I don't know. Who knows? We act like we can guess, but we don't have a clue.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, they will both be in the Fort Worth region, and I'm looking at other teams in the top 20, at least right now. He's right. Mitchell's also right. They will update the rankings on Wednesday sometime. But I could see Wichita, Newman. Purdue had to make their way down here last year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
McKendree, maybe. Trine, maybe. I don't know. Some people's going to have to make some trips because they have too many people ranked in the top 16 that are geographically closer to the other sectionals. We're just kind of out here on our own. And then Oklahoma Christian, too. I mean,
any way you cut it, the Dallas sectional is always
it's brutal.
Pretty. if you compare them against any way you cut it, it's usually biased opinion. If you want to call it a biased opinion, but I think it's the hardest sectional to advance out of.
I agree. It's brutal.
Both individually and as a team.
It's just brutal. All right, and I don't know how many freshmen do you have this year?
Oh, a lot.
Give me a number. How many freshmen do you think will be part of your 8-man roster?
6,
maybe. So they've never experienced bowling 64 Baker games over 2 days.
Well, Mark, we've never been to sectionals.
Really? I did not realize that. Are you guys going to make it this year?
Yeah, we're in good shape.
Okay. All right.
This will be the first one.
Okay. So the premise is that nobody has any experience bowling 64 Baker games. Although Noah, maybe. No, he didn't go. He didn't make it.
Not a varsity player at his former university.
Okay. So once again, that is going to be a challenge for you and your staff to develop the mindset for what these kids are about ready to go through with 64 Baker games, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure. We've already started working on that.
You want to share your plan? You don't have to.
No, that plan is that's the secret. We're not giving that
away. There's no defense in bowling, man. Come on, it's all offense.
I will say, because we talked about this when we were talking about notes for the coaches meeting ahead of the championship this weekend.
Yeah.
That having that match play this past weekend was a great step in the right direction for building for that, though.
Yes.
To have that kind of pressure, that kind of environment, Baker format, it was a great stepping stone. And for us, a great baseline of here's where we currently stand on that level. And we need to be over here, and how do we get there? So having I know it was just 7 games that we had of match play this weekend, but just those 7 games mean a whole lot in the idea of preparation and what we need to work on, places we need to be better, and from a mindset standpoint, how you attack that as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Major props to Newman University. Currently, number 3 team ranked in the nation before the updated rankings come out tomorrow sometime. They are a well-oiled machine, Jonathan. And I made this comment to our players. I said they don't get overexcited. They don't have egos. They don't, do unnecessary things that are distractions. They're just good. And they're really, really good. And we pushed them. We were 1 frame away from taking them to a game 5 in the best of 5, but couldn't get it done. And as usual, we had our fun going to 5 match with your squad, Jonathan, where neither one of us, a couple of games, couldn't make a spare or couldn't make a shot, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a yearly occurrence now, Mark, where we have to have at some match play in some event, we have to have a 5-game match between DBU and SNU. And I'm not gonna lie. After the first 2 games, it didn't seem like we were gonna get to
you rallied
to 5, but we dug deep. We found a little something, and we got just enough the next 2 games, and then we had a really, really competitive game 5 between both programs. It could have gone either way. You know, 6-7 frames through. So, you know, that's all I could ask for. And I told my guys, you know, that's something to be proud of. SMU's a top 20 program, taking them to 5 games in a match. Nothing to hang your hat on. Obviously, there were some self-induced errors that cost us maybe a chance at a victory in that match, but that all goes to back what I was saying a few minutes ago. That's part of the learning opportunity we have in match play to prepare ahead of sectionals when we're kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
But it was fun, and it seemed like that left lane. If you were on the left lane, you were going to win in that match because all 5 games that were won were on the left lane.
I know, and then we ended up losing it as we finished on the left lane. Different left lane.
Yeah. Different left lane, different pair. 5 and 6, not a fun pair at Holiday. I'll tell you that.
No, it was
not a fun pair.
All right, Mitchell, coach, says that the Dallas sectional seems to always be the most loaded. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. And then Coach Hayes coming in. No urethanous sectionals is going to make transition interesting for 32 games in a day with no re-oil. So I guess they decided
That's a very good point.
They're not going to re-oil. There was some discussion, but I guess whatever never got passed. And
that's a really good point because you know there's going to be a lot of surface being used. So
a lot of lofting.
The fronts are going to go quick, and I think Coach Hayes is on the right track there. You're going to just have to take the fronts out of play at some point. It probably will be early. I'm interested to see how every team chooses to attack that without urethane. Obviously, Mark, we've talked a little bit about our game plan, but we don't know what everybody else will be doing. So it'd be interesting to see what the plan is there.
All right. I see our guest is in the queue, or at least he was. Now he's back. All right. We're going to go to our special guest. Let's bring him in. CJ, what's up?
What's going on?
Hey, all right. Stupid request, but I want to see if you can do it. Can you go horizontal?
I can, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Now we're talking.
Now we got full screen, very symmetrical to everything else that we have going on. So, man, had to throw the bowling term in there. All right. Let's just jump right in, and I'm really curious to see what you have done to prepare yourself for what you are about to go through beginning next week. I mean, what are 2 keys that you've really focused on to prepare yourself for next week?
Well, I just recently made a switch out of Brunswick to motive bowling, and I've drilled a bunch of balls just to try and understand those bowling balls because they are a lot different from the Brunswick stuff. There's a little bit more gradual transition into each and every bowling ball as to where Brunswick it's like kind of big steps, especially with moving on the lane. But it's just that. And then this week I'm hitting the lanes hard. I mean, I'm going to practice every day for as long as I can, along with the league that I'll have tomorrow night. But just really gaining information on motor balls and then practice still.
So how much have you worked with the ball rep? I mean, has the ball rep helped you a ton?
I have actually yet to officially meet him in person yet, but I've kept in contact with him over text and stuff. So
okay,
he was super excited to have me on the team, and I'm super excited to join the team and see what I can do.
All right, now you and Jonathan go way back. All right, give me some dirt on Jonathan from your college years. That obviously keep it clean here. But, maybe in a golf match or, going to a game or something like that. You got any dirt, CJ?
I mean, he was a professional clipboard holder, if that counts.
Oh, Jonathan. Man, that one hurt.
You did a really good job of that. I'll take that. I'll own that.
Ooh, how good a golfer is he, CJ?
I mean, he's left-handed, so it's a little weird to see, but I mean, I haven't seen him golf in a while, but when we both golfed, we weren't both the greatest, so.
Professional.
We'd be great to scramble. we'd be great in a scramble. CJ's got more off the tee than I do, but you give me 100 yards, I could stick it close.
Yeah. All right. I want to know, how much did your college bowling career really benefit you, or did it benefit you to put you in the position to be a touring professional?
It helped a lot just from all the free practice that we got. I had utilized that as much as I can, along with, the balls being a lot cheaper because, before staff pricing, you'd have to pay like full price for a ball. So it's kind of hard to get bowling balls. Along with all the tournaments around this area, there's a lot more competition than where I'm from. So it was a lot. It was better for me just because I like to enjoy the competition. And going to like Longview doubles, Springfield doubles, Planet doubles, or even like the X Frames tournaments that you see in Tulsa or anything like that. It's just, there's so much more competition around here that I feel like I can perform around a lot better. I just like it.
Now, you were not, and correct me if I'm wrong, a really highly recruited player out of high school, were you?
No, I reached out to a few colleges here and there. But Mitchell, when he was at OC, reached out after my mom had put a Facebook post out there of me bowling league, and then Mitchell had reached out and we got into a Zoom call or Skype call, whatever it was at the time, and it kind of worked out from there.
Obviously, and with what you accomplished at the U.S. Amateur and everything you had going on after your college career. But Jonathan, you were his teammate. What's one characteristic that you saw in CJ that you thought, he's got what it takes to be successful at the next level?
For me, it was, if you give him a ball in a lane and don't tell him when to leave, he'll just bowl forever. Right. And that kind of work ethic and ability to always be tinkering and working on something, I knew was going to take him a long way. And then my senior year, when he was able to advance out of sectionals and make it onto the national tournament, just the competitive nature, the fire, you just knew that if he stuck with it and kept himself out of trouble, he was going to be in good shape. And so I think that's why he sits where he is today.
You agree with that, CJ?
I do.
All right. Now, some of the people that I've spoken with about your game, there's one common variable that comes up in every conversation, and that's versatility. How versatile you are with your game. You can throw a rocket from the ditch to move it into 25 and lofting it over the gutter cap. How much of an advantage, and is that true, do you think that's going to give you with what lies ahead for you on the PBA Tour?
I think it was, at first, the versatility wasn't exactly there just because I had a hard time slowing it down, and being consistent, being slow. Yeah. But I've worked a lot over the winter break, and especially recently, just because the motor balls, they'll allow me to stay slow and they won't just absolutely get off the spot and do a whole bunch of different things. But I think it's definitely going to help me a lot, considering how fast transition comes around on the national tour.
All right. I want to ask you this, and I know we have to go back with the equipment that you used in college, but how important, and this is for some of the college players out there, how important is surface in college?
It's super important. There's a lot of oil that they put out each and every tournament, unless it's your little conference tournaments, like your Swivix or the NAI stuff that you'll see going around. But all the tier ones, they generally put out a good amount of oil. So depending on what ball it is, your things you'll put 360, 500 on it, and then your big balls you'll 500, 1,000. But it's really keep in mind with the pearls that you need to kind of lay off the surface just a little bit.
Jonathan?
So we know you've been in the lab with the new equipment and working physically to get ready for the new tour season. What are you doing to prepare yourself mentally?
Just, keep every practice shot is the same goal. Just never like there's a game or two that I'll have that will just like have fun, mess around, just so I can keep the game fun. But normally all the other practice games I generally stay locked in and focus on one specific thing, make sure I'm still like doing it.
All right. Hey, one of the things that cracked me up, and I will never forget this, is it's like mind games that you played during your college career. All right, with the opposing teams. And one of the funniest things that I ever saw, Jonathan, was he would walk up and he would talk to one of my players, but he would ask some just obscure question. And then the chamois that he had sitting right there on the scorer's table or whatever, he'd just knock it over and just look at him and then look away and then not say anything. All right. What I want to know is the first time that you're crossing with Belmo, you going to knock his chamois off?
I might mess around, test my luck a little bit.
The gamesmanship there, just the
he's gonna find out. He's gonna find out who he can mess with and who he can't. So first couple weeks he's gonna be testing the waters.
Yeah, that was hilarious. All right, I want to know: are you a scoreboard watcher? In other words, when you're in an individual event, are you totally dialed in just on your game, or are you one of those players that you want to know what's going on around you?
No, absolutely. I'm always looking around different scores, just like I like to look around and see if I'm like the highest scorer, like one of the higher scores within the surrounding pairs. But like I'm not gonna in the middle of a game walk to the other end of the house and check out scores. But I mean I'll look here and there.
Are you a scouter? Do you like to have information on the next pair that you're going to?
I mean it'll help for sure, but not really.
Not really?
Yeah.
All right. Most important, the first shot after you moved, right?
Yeah.
Got to throw it good so you get a good read. I tell my kids that all the time, man.
Yeah, if you don't throw the first one good, it's a little bit of a trap because you're gonna want to stay there, but you don't know if it still works or not.
Yeah. So I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm really curious. What is your favorite motive ball so far?
I'm a big fan of the Max Throw Hybrid and the Nebula right now.
Okay.
I mean,
what are the characteristics? I mean, what do you like about them?
The Nebula just allows me to, like, if I want to throw it hard, I can, and I can also get left with it, and it's clean through the front and through the middle, and then it also has that nice snap down lane. And then the Max Throw is a little bit bigger than what I thought it was going to be, but it's a good transition ball.
All right. What do you think is going to be your biggest challenge next week?
Just staying locked in mentally and probably just make sure my spares are all focused.
Got to fill frames, right, Jonathan?
That's right. we both know something about that now after this weekend.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Absolutely. Hey, man, a lot of memories. Obviously, the memories that you have with Jonathan, but what is probably your best memory from a competitive standpoint during your college career?
Probably winning sectionals last year. That was a pretty fun one. Or making nationals both individually and as a team.
Yeah.
Freshman year. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, no doubt. Jonathan, do we need to get into asking him what we're trying to accomplish?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, go ahead. Run with it, man.
All right, so I'll start with this because I'm going to set it up. But if you could go back to coming out of high school, CJ, what are 3 pieces of advice you'd give an incoming college freshman about bowling in college?
Work hard for sure. If you're not in the lanes, you're not going to really see the results that you're looking for. Go to class. That's a pretty
like
big
one. That's a good
one. And listen, like ask the older guys what their experiences were. That was a pretty big one for me. For me, I had Josh Imhoff and obviously John. They helped out a lot they had 2 different perspectives.
So now you've gone through college, you've thought about your career there, and you're getting ready for the tour. Now, how much does the team aspect in college help you with the tour, if any? Does it help you within the people in the Motive brand with you? Does it help you within just the pack you run in? How does that team college environment translate to a tour that is largely just individual?
I mean, they had the battle of the brands now. Unfortunately, I didn't get selected, which, I mean, I'll be a rookie this year, so it kind of makes sense. But, I mean, I'm not sure it'll translate a whole bunch until the team event comes around. But, yeah.
So from what I'm gathering is if you had a chance to compete more individually in college, there might have been more to translate to where you're at currently. Would that be an accurate statement?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's what you have the ISP sector for. I mean, you have a bunch of people trying to get 6 spots into the nationals. I mean, that's all individual, regardless of your teammates bowling it or not. So
yeah, but that's one event all year, right?
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
It's not.
All right, Mark, I teed it up for you. I know you feel strongly on that part.
Oh, which part is that? There's
the individual reps you can gain while you're in college.
Well, with any other collegiate sport, for those that are wanting to pursue a career after their college career is over, after they graduated, the experience that they gain during their college career is what helps them get to the level that they want to achieve, whether they get drafted or end up in the minor leagues and play minor league baseball for their entire career, whatever it is. We do not have that with the exception of one event, which is the ISCs. That's it. You bowl 6 games and hopefully you make the top 6 and move on. So Jonathan and I 2 years ago had a very long discussion about how we can make college bowling better. And one of the things that we have actually launched this year is a team versus team format, of which it's 3 periods. You have the first period involving singles competition, where Jonathan selects 4 players, I select 4 players. They bowl against each other in round robin. And then if they win a match, who they're bowling, they get 4 points. Okay? And then the top 2 players, one from each squad, they go heads up in a showcase match where they are bowling each other for 8 total points. So now you've got that realm of typically after you graduate, you go on, you compete in individual competition. You might even do that, obviously, in this day and age. A lot of people are doing it while they're remaining in college. But you get that distinct competitive individual competition in a team format, because period 2 now becomes doubles. So now you have 4 doubles teams going against 4 doubles teams. If you win your match, you get 4 points, and then the top 2 teams battle each other in the showcase match. Points carry over to period 3. Period 3 is now 10 Baker match play games, of which when you win the match, you earn 6 bonus points. Or not 6 points, not bonus, just 6 points. So the score ends up being in a match like 96 to 92, right? Kind of like a college basketball game or a college or an NBA game, something like that. The players that have participated in these events so far have said it has been the best collegiate event, most fun, exciting, engaging, and also helping with their competitive aspect, both playing for themselves, but at the same time playing for their school. And Jonathan and I think we've hit a home run with this. I mean, would you have liked to have that format when you were in college?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have even minded like the NCAA formats. Like I liked how they had the 3 days where each day is like 5 separate matches, and then like the final day is one big match play one, depending on where you're seated.
Yeah,
you can move up 2 spots or go down 2 spots or even stay even. I mean, I liked those formats a little bit. I like those formats a lot.
Would you have liked to have saw more match play in your college career?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's only a couple of events, like some of the tier 1s that we bowl. Like, I mean, Mid States would gave us one. Both Vegas tournaments gave you one. But I mean, after that, it's the Hoosier, and I mean that's about it.
Yeah. So you're with us on this. You would feel confident that this is a good thing for college bowling. It would make it better. We're not trying to replace anything. like next year, Jonathan and I both, we're planning like trying to get 6 home and homes that fills in with the tier ones that we're going to go to and all the SWIBCs that we're going to bowl in also. So it gives the players more reps. It gives them a competitive environment of school versus school. It gives them an environment of player versus player that you're just not going to get in any other collegiate format. So we think we got a good thing going on with this.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of that crosstown clash that I saw with UNOC. I've seen John post some of like the DBU team challenges. I mean, those look fun. Like I definitely would have enjoyed bowling one of those.
All right, man. Who are you rooming with?
There's me and 4 others. It's me, Eric, Ryan Barnes, Brandon Bonta, and TJ Rock.
Holy
what
cow.
A crew.
Are you going to document that? Is that going to be like House 2?
You never know. There might be a couple videos on Barnesy's channel. Yeah, but you never know.
You know, that brings up a great point. Do you guys work together? Will you work together? Will you help each other out?
Yeah, I mean, we'll try and we'll all be pretty much bowling at the same time, but yeah, we'll try and help each other out as much as possible. Like when you have like the Masters and US Open when everyone's in a different squad. But yeah, we'll try and help each other out as much as possible.
All right, dude, I got to ask. I mean, being the US Amateur Champion, did that come with a little recognition when you showed up to tournaments, be it whatever tournament that you were in? Did people know, and was there a good job kind of set forth in recognizing you as the top amateur in the U.S. for 2025?
Yeah, I mean, like the first couple months, it was kind of like riding a high. Like it was almost like everybody knew. And I mean, I enjoyed it, but I mean, after a while, I kind of like faded away. But I mean, as something like that would, but
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I got the trophy all set up and everything, so it's good.
Yeah. Do you have a weakness? If you have a weakness in your game, what do you think it is?
I would probably say like probably figuring out what ball to throw. Like I know all the moves and stuff, but like figuring out what the right ball.
Yeah.
Figuring out the right ball is definitely the hardest thing.
All right. What's your strength?
Definitely throwing it hard. I like staying to the right, throwing it hard.
Oh yeah.
I got a special guest here.
What? Who is that? Oh my goodness.
Hey, it's Jake.
What's up, John?
What's up?
I would say his biggest weakness is he's really ticklish.
All right.
Oh. Wow. We didn't really want to turn that direction. But...
Getting in the personal side here.
Hey, you never know what you might hear when you get Jake involved. So
that's true.
There should be a censor button nearby, maybe.
Yeah, I should have muted myself.
Wow. So when are you leaving? When do you have to be there?
There's headshots and like there's a mandatory meeting on Saturday at like 4 p.m. at the ITRC, and then there's I think there's like a headshot thing going on. So we'll get that all figured out, and then I'm gonna be leaving here Friday, probably around midday, because I'm gonna bowl the Friday Phonetic that's down at Plano. So
interesting.
Yeah, and then it's off.
All right. Well, definitely going to be cool to watch you. We're going to have a watch party for show number 1 with our team. We're going to bring them over to my house. Kyle Sherman, it was announced he's going to be doing the color along with the NASCAR guy, right, Jonathan?
Rick Allen, that's right.
Yeah. So it would be cool if the very first show on the CW, you could be a part of that. So I got a lot of confidence in you. I've seen you mature as a player, both from a college standpoint and from an individual standpoint. And work ethic is at a high level, and just the natural ability that you have. I feel very confident that you're going to thrive on tour on your rookie season, especially with the people that you're hanging around with, for crying out loud. Good grief.
Yeah, I got a good group of kids. I got a good group of kids to room with for my first year.
Yeah. Jonathan, anything else, man?
At what point, and was it before college, in college, when you were going through the U.S. Amateur, at what point did you say, the tour's for me, I'm going to go all in?
Yeah, this is way before. Like I've had this dream since forever. Like since I picked up a bowling ball. Like I started my first league, got into it super well, and then got a coach like the next year. And I know if I kept working with him, I'd get to a point to where I'd know like, okay, I'm going to do this like full time.
All right.
What's your overall expectation for your rookie season? Is there specific milestones you're reaching for, certain goals, or are you just going to try to go through year one to achieve as much as you can achieve?
I mean, I got some expectation. Like I want to make a show. I don't know which one. I mean, the U.S. Open or the Masters would be probably top of the list, but any show would be a great show. And then just stay consistent and like stay mentally there for however many games all the tour stops are.
Hey, Coach Hayes has a question. You know, what city you're going to open your own bowling center in?
I don't even know because I don't even know where I'm going to live after tour season.
If you had to pick a city, what city would you want a bowling center in?
Probably my hometown. There's two bowling alleys left. There was a third one that we bowled high school at, but that one shut down. And then the two others are more of just entertainment places now, which are kind of like the main events, but they're not the most enjoyable. So I'd probably open one back home just so I can get some competitive like tournaments out around that area and show like the Southeast does still have like some bowlers that are willing to go out and bowl.
Cool. All right, man. Well, we are going to be watching and following this entire season, and best of luck to you, man. You are definitely in your environment, and I know you're going to do well, man. So best of luck to you. Jonathan, anything else?
Go get them. You know, I know you don't have a double cross to go out there and dominate this time with them, but I will say that was impressive to be next to that year at sectionals. But, you know, I've been a believer in you since you showed up at OC. We've had great bowling memories together throughout the years. So I'm going to be pulling for you just like Mark. I used your face on the wall at the ITRC as motivation for our guys all the time because we get to see you every day. Up there on the Team USA panel, but you know, I'm pulling for you, and as soon as tour season's over, we'll get around to golfing.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, CJ, man. Best of luck next week. You take care.
Thank you. You guys as well.
All right. See ya. All right. Good dude, man. And such a talent. That versatility word. Everybody that I've spoken with about him, you know, he was kind of playing it down a little bit, but he can throw it hard. I know he likes throwing it hard. I've seen it throw it hard a zillion times. Friction was his friend, but he was an animal when it came to going to battle with friction. He just overpowered the friction. Yeah,
I've seen him do anything and everything with a bowling ball. That's kind of what made him impressive.
Well, his hand is massive. My God. What is his span? Like anything. 5.5?
It's pretty big, and I don't know how his stuff is drilled now, but I remember at a time there he, was no finger grips. It was straight into the ball, fingertip into the ball. So, he just gets after it. But one of my favorite teammates I had the chance to bowl with in college. He was a much better physical talent than me, but we worked with each other quite a bit and pushed each other in different ways, and it was just impressive to see, like you said, Mark, the versatility. I mean, that's what stood out to me from day one. And I think that's why he's had success in so many different areas, whether it was at sectionals or the U.S. amateur/team trials. And I think what we're about to see in this tour season, he kind of has the ability to do anything. The one hurdle he's going to have to jump through, and it sounds like he's already pretty comfortable, but obviously all new equipment this year. So there might be some learning curves as part of that, but he's a smart kid that's adaptable. So I think he's going to do just fine.
I was trying to think the names that he gave us, who he's rooming with, if anybody else was a motive staffer. Can you remember?
No.
I mean, Ryan's not. TJ's
not be any other motive staffers in that room. Yeah.
That's kind of a unique aspect, when you're when you're trying to match up or trying to get some info. And it was interesting that he said his confidence in what he needs to get to the point of improving was his ability to make the ball change and make the ball decisions and read and react and everything. It's stuff we talk about every single practice.
Yeah. But what he has on his side is, ball reps that are going to be there for him. They're experts in their equipment.
Yeah.
That's something that's so valuable, and more, different bowlers lean on that more than others. Kind of depends who you are. But, for somebody like that to be behind CJ and especially his rookie year, it's going to be pretty helpful for him. So, his goal is to make a show. Like he said, I think he's fully capable of doing it. It'd be really cool if it was one of the big ones, but in a short season, he's somebody who can get hot, and I think we're going to see some special things. He's got a tough rookie class, though.
Did you ever beat him?
We bowled a lot of just heads up stuff for fun. I'm sure at least once in there.
Bowl for $1.
We did that a little bit too. Yeah. I probably won a couple in there, but my winning percentage is probably 5 to 10 if I had to put a number on it. Yeah. I will admit I wasn't the best talent in college. I was more of a teammate, more of a team player than somebody who was going to put it up on the scoreboard, key and point the clipboard reference. But hey, it was still a major part of that team that we had that year and those contributions. So, that those memories are special to me, no matter if I was holding the bowling ball or not. But trying to think, on the golf course, I might have the same winning percentage if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
The physical talent, he could do anything. He's athletic, and in today's day and age in bowling, that's a big piece of it too.
I know his center that he's practicing in right now is a Bolero center, and I was going to say this at the beginning. Every single Bolero center should have the TV show in the bowling center, on the monitors, on the screens, every single place that they could possibly post that live feed of the CW on Sunday should be on. Agreed?
I agree.
Now, will that take place? I would like to see people send screenshots or photos or whatever if they happen to be at a Bolero center and they've got, I don't know, lacrosse or the Olympics or whatever on. Should bowling not be on all the time at the bowling center?
Should be. I mean, you see that in pro shops, right? You'll see bowl TV up. You'll see ball videos up. You always see bowling content up in there. But obviously with the Bolero's involvement with the PBA, you would figure that all those PBA shows will be on as many TVs as possible. But I've not been in enough Bolero's to tell you if that's going to happen or not. I would hope so, but I don't know. There's another event, Mark. I don't know if you're aware of this, but we are, because it's happening within our home center at the ITRC. It's actually happening in the museum.
What's that?
They're having the PBA USA versus the World Captains match. So Tackett versus Belmo. And they're bowling on the wooden lanes in the museum.
Really?
And so, yeah, it's the guys who work within the ITRC at the more on the technical side. They hauled the oil machine over there to test it out last week. And what's unique about this, and this is kind of something that stood out to me when I was talking to some of the guys working this event, the PBA is broadcasting this internally on their own YouTube channel live. Okay. So, to my knowledge, this is the first time that the PBA has broadcasted something themselves internally, a live event like this. So to me, it kind of stands out because is this the start of a potential avenue that they go down with a lot of internal live events as far as them producing and streaming it? I'm sure they'll have help from, people that have done bowling shows before and things like that. But it's this Sunday at 1 Eastern time, so 12 Central in the museum. All the proceeds are actually going to the museum from this event. There's an RSVP link on the on the PBA Facebook page if you want to attend the event. There's no cost to get in, I believe. But then you'll actually get to tour the Hall of Fame as well. Everybody else can watch on YouTube.
So what does it look like? Does it have above ground ball returns?
I can't remember. I just know that the way the panels are, there's no arrows or dots. It's just got the cross sections where they're kind of spliced together.
Dovetail.
So I'm interested to see what this looks like. I have no idea what the pattern is. But I think it's going to be a really cool event. I mean, who doesn't want to see EJ Belmo, right? But I think they have something.
Do they have a picture of the lanes anywhere?
They probably do. Let me see. Let me take a look, Mark.
Bowling Museum and Hall of Fame. USA versus the world.
So I have a picture of the pin setters. So they're automatic pin setters, but I think the pins still have to be placed in the setter itself and then manually lowered. So
really,
you're gonna have somebody back there doing that. Yeah, they're not fully autonomous pin setters.
Is it above ground?
It looks like it's below ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever bowled?
It's off to the side.
Have you ever bowled on above ground ball returns before?
Nope.
It's hard. It's not easy.
Well, the amount of approach you can use is definitely more limited.
That it is. I'm looking to see. I can't find it either.
There's not a lot of pictures from the inside, but I either way, it's going to be a really cool event.
I agree.
You haven't seen a lot of publicity about that event either. I've just seen what's been posted. Oh, I got a picture of it right here.
Can you throw it on the screen? You know how to do that?
Not with the button I just clicked.
No. No.
It's trying.
I see it.
Do you?
Yeah, I just added it.
There you go, right there.
Here, let's see if I can go. Can I go full screen?
So you can see where they're spliced together. That's your only marking right there. There's no dots, no arrows, nothing on the approach either.
There's not a whole lot of room on the left side on that wall.
No, it's pretty tight because the ball returns over there to the right, so it is above ground, but it's off to the right.
Huh.
And then you see how those pin setters, they're semi-autonomous, I guess. I don't know.
Is it 60 feet? I wonder if they're...
Yeah, they're 60 feet.
Huh.
It'll be interesting to see how the angles are for viewing it, or cameras.
So where's the crowd going to be? No crowd?
It's open to spectators, but that's all it says. So I don't know.
Huh.
Fans are welcome to watch the match in person.
Are you going?
I am going to watch the Daytona 500 on Sunday, Mark.
Oh, yeah, that's big time there.
That's big time for me. Here's what it says. Vintage lanes. One game exhibition will be streamed live on the PBA's YouTube channel. The museum will receive all proceeds of the live stream. So your virtual presence directly supports the International Bowling Museum and Hall of Fame in its mission to preserve the meaningful history of bowling.
Cool.
So yeah, cool bet.
That is very cool. So we will see how that goes. I will definitely check that out on YouTube. I will be watching the Daytona 500 too. I like watching that. I'm not a big NASCAR fan like you are, but I will be watching.
So who's winning? Who's going to win?
I have no idea. All right, who's part of 23XI or whatever it is?
You have Bubba Wallace, Riley Herbst, and Tyler Reddick.
Who's the other big? Isn't there a big name? Who's the guy that owns it?
Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan own it.
So Hamlin, is he still racing?
Yeah, he drives for Joe Gibbs.
Oh, wait a minute. He owns his own team, but he drives for somebody else?
That is correct.
That's got to be interesting. Huh. Okay. Dick Trickle's not still around, is he?
No, that's a negative. I should have asked CJ who he thought who was going to win. He
do you think he knows
he's a NASCAR follower as well?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We used to talk about that all the time. Yeah.
I was really into it in the heyday, man. In the whole Jeff Gordon, Bobby Lamonte, who was the UPS guy? Dale Jarrett.
There were a couple of them. Dale Jarrett was big when they were doing the whole race the truck promotion. So when you were with UPS, how much were you around the
I was heavily involved
marketing campaigns?
I was heavily involved in the one that they did in Kansas City.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that was some pressure, man. That was not pleasant. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, there was way too much pressure on that one. I mean, I'd rather be in a conference room with the CEO than have to deal with what I dealt with during that race in Kansas City. Kansas City's a boring race. It's a fairly
Kansas Speedway. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fairly flat track. There's not a whole lot of lane changes. There's very few, bumper to bumper racing. Somebody gets out in the lead and they just kind of hang out.
It's changed a lot since then.
That's the way it was 20 years ago or whatever it was. I think Buddy Baker was still racing, man.
UPS used to have some pretty nice paint schemes on their cars, though.
They did.
Pretty good job. Yeah. David Reagan drove the UPS car for a while, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is there still a Go Bowling car?
Usually Go Bowling is the title sponsor for the Watkins Glen race, the road course race. And typically on that weekend, they'll have a Go Bowling car in both the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and the Cup Series. This year, though, there was a couple other races in that middle series that featured a Go Bowling paint scheme that's pretty cool. They did a couple activations at Richmond Raceway. I don't know if you remember seeing stuff like that, but they set up lanes in the infield, and they had a couple pros out there bowling. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they've done some stuff with Richmond as well. But they are a title sponsor usually at the Watkins Glen race. So they do a lot of stuff up there. But it's cool when those worlds kind of cross paths.
Yeah.
For me, at least, because I'm heavily involved in both. But it seems like there's a lot of shared fans in both as well. I mean, there used to be, I think there still is here locally, a Wednesday night league. It's called the NASCAR League at Valero Garland. So there's just a shared interest groups there. So I think that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Did you see what is being launched or whatever you want to call it from the new balls that came out that were announced? Did you see the orange one?
The Piranha.
Oh my goodness, man. That bowling ball.
Some memories for you.
Oh, yeah. That ball was awesome. So I'm going to be all over that one as soon as I can get my hands on one of those.
No, it was interesting to see that. I mean, this time of year we're used to a wide variety of releases from all the manufacturers because it's the tour season release, if you will, right? So lots of stuff coming out with all the brands, lots of unique things coming out as well. You saw the Storm concept was announced and some videos about that. Obviously, the Brunswick stuff that came out or was announced earlier today. Be interesting to see how quickly all those make it into the bags on tour and what becomes popular.
Well, the orange ball won't. It's a Columbia product.
That's right.
All right.
It will not be thrown.
No, it will not. Unfortunately, it's just think about the heritage and the history of that brand on the PBA tour.
Right. Yeah.
Gone.
You're right.
Gone. I would have liked to have seen somebody throw a yellow dot.
A black angle.
A U dot. A maroon U dot. The red U dot. Hey, Coach Hayes has a comment. Here you go.
Okay.
This is
Orange Piranha was great back in the day.
It was. Now check this one
out.
out.
You guys are old enough to remember that ball. I'm not.
I know.
So I'll take your word for it.
So check this one out. The inaugural CBAA Final Four at the ITRC with museum tour for all the bowlers.
I'm in. Sign me up.
Work on that. Okay, Jonathan.
I got it. I know who to ask.
All right, here's what I'm going to try and do for next week's show. I don't know if I can pull it off, but I'm going to try and get one of the collegiate players that were one of the top players from the Hoosier on the show. Now, whether I can pull that off or not, I don't know. We'll see. It's not like
so start with one and go down the list.
It just, who, what, why, when, how, where, all that good stuff. Because typically, I mean, how many times do you get exposure or give exposure to collegiate bowlers? Not that often, right? I mean, they may do some local stuff and stuff like that. So I thought
a lot of it is dependent on the university or whoever's running the social media accounts for the team to put that stuff out there. A lot of teams, though, don't do a great job with that. And a lot of universities don't give their bowling teams that kind of support either. So it's kind of difficult. You'll see some things come out in the collegiate update emails from the USBC, but that's not going out to everybody either. So you're right. It's publicity after an event, especially from an individualistic standpoint, very rare.
So we'll try and pull that off next week. That's my goal. I'm right now all about the budget. I'm already putting together my
doing your budgeting
for the 2026-2027 season, and I am extremely hopeful I will get that knocked out by Thursday. That's my goal. But I have to entail and include some head-to-head matches against schools, and there is a little, obviously, cost involved with that, road trip. But they end up being day trips for the most part, unless you tie them in. Close. Unless you tie them into one of the tournaments that we're going to be going to. So I know we're going to be.
That helps us out a lot with scheduling for us, because with all the SWIBCs during the regular season located in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have a lot of teams coming in. And so it's very easy to say, hey, come into town a day early and bowl us on that Friday, much like with Drury this past match that we had. Yeah. And so it kind of builds in our home games automatically. I don't really have to schedule those. I'll just assume every Friday before the SWIBCs we're going to have one. Which
nice little
more on the road games.
Yep, good stuff. All right, the last thing I just want to mention, and then we'll see if you have any final thoughts. There's somewhat of a little bit of activity on a post that I made on the College Bowling Connection group page about an interview that I did with Bowling with the Feth. Andrew and I did about I think it was about an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Review. And some people have listened to it. Some people have made some comments about it. And I still believe that there is plenty of room for what we're trying to accomplish in making college bowling better. But if you want to listen to it, there's a link on there. We have the link on the CBAA.com webpage. But I would definitely appreciate any feedback, any comments on that interview. It's the latest one. I actually talked about the changes that we made, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Going to the point system. So quite a bit updated from the original interview that I did on Sweep the Rack with Big Mike and Brooklyn Rob. So if you get a chance.
I thought it was a really good interview because Andrew does a great job.
He did.
And, he's going to do his due diligence. He's going to be detailed, very well spoken, gives the guest plenty of room to go with it. And I was watching it live, and obviously I was commenting along that as well to be part of the conversation. But if you're wondering what the heck we're talking about or want an in-depth explanation of why and how, that interview is probably the best place to go for sure.
Agree. He took a very journalistic approach to the interview.
Yeah.
He asked some great questions, did some homework, contacted some people, actually reached out to the head coach at Wisconsin Whitewater, got some comments from him, called the USBC collegiate office, which kind of surprised me. But great interview. And hopefully we will get some feedback from that interview that Andrew did with me a week ago. So how many weeks still sectionals, Jonathan? 3?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 weeks.
Well, 3.5. We're halfway through this week.
Yeah, we got 3.5 to get ready for what we are assuming that we will end up at City View Lanes in Fort Worth, Texas, unless something just absolutely crazy happens, which who knows.
And we're getting ready for sectionals for the first time as a program, so that's exciting.
So I have a tradition.
You're saying, none of our guys have done it before.
I know. I have a tradition. I don't know if you do this or have thought about it. We actually have a piece of clothing that I get made specifically for the postseason. Like we're getting hoodies this year, and it's Team Morella, the vertical mindset.
Vertical mindset.
And nobody out there is going to know what that is, but I'm telling you, within the next 2 to 3 years, they're going to know what Morella is. Your
program
quickly.
Knows. My program knows. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So we get it. We'll see the shirts and we'll have a good chuckle.
Everybody else will be like, "What? What are they talking about?" But the college bowling world will find out. So
Coach Hayes had a few more comments. He wants a CBAA T-shirt giveaway. I guess we need to get some T-shirts going. We can make that happen.
Isn't that your forte there?
Yeah, I could get that taken care of. And then talking about tailgating. Yeah, because the OC bowlers, they tailgated y'all's crosstown clash, right?
Oh, it was impressive.
See, where else are you going to get that, Mark? Where else are you going to get that?
I mean, they showed up at 6 a.m. They had the grill out there. They were making eggs and sausage and bacon. It was fantastic. I had no idea. I pull it up in the parking lot, and there's a zillion people out there tailgating.
Hey, just like every other collegiate sports event, right? How many college football games have you pulled up to, and you're driving to park wherever you're going to park, and you're, either driving or walking by people with grills and tables of food, hanging out, music, all that good stuff.
We're gonna make it happen. Bowling. We're gonna make it happen, Jonathan. All right. Coach Hayes, he's gonna dive in there with us, man. He's dipping his toes in the pool a little bit, but he's gonna jump in. I don't know how quickly. Hopefully, very soon, but I guess we'll find out.
Like it.
Did I lose you?
Nope.
Did I overspeak there? Do you think he likes what we're doing?
Hey, some people do, some people don't. But you know what I say? You don't know until you try it. But also, in quotes, Mark.
Yes.
You have a choice.
You do.
You don't have to do anything.
You do. We're just trying to make college.
If you don't have enough competition events, guess what? You don't have to do it. If you have extra events and you care about player development and student athlete experience, guess what? We have the solution for you.
Just trying to make college bowling better. That's all we're trying to do, right, Jonathan?
That's it.
All right, man. Great show. I want to thank CJ Petrin for being a part of show number 6. Wow, we've done 6 of these. We've already got the audio dialed in now. So there's some work for me.
Look at that. We're getting better. We're getting better
out there. All right, and we will see what happens at the Hoosier. 60 teams,
80, I think.
60 to 80. That's a ton of teams. Good grief.
A lot of teams. Big tournament. Biggest of the year.
We will see what happens, and hopefully we'll have a guest on next Tuesday that did very well at the Hoosier. So that's it. We're out of here, man. I got to crunch numbers.
All right. Have fun with that.
All right. That's it. We're out of here.